It's the end of August 2025. We're going to look at the home price index that just came out from FHFA. It's Tego Venturi with Venturi Group Real Broker here in Albuquerque doing these market updates, which I love to do and share what is going on with real estate. And we just got the data, and actually this one surprised me because I track pending data, price on pending data, and trying to look forward looking, and I've been seeing numbers around 3%. Well, for the first quarter of 2025, for the second quarter of 2025, we saw a 4.5% increase from the second quarter of 2024. That is outpacing the national number, which is 2.9. I'll show you that in a second. So we're seeing decent appreciation in the Albuquerque area. Again, this is ahead of what I expected based on some other data I've been looking at. Now, let's talk about the FHFA Home Price Index. The thing that's unique about this is it's based on actual home purchases. FHFA is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They see a lot of data. They see appraisal data. They see a ton of information about home purchases and home sales. And what they're trying to do is compare, if you bought that home a year ago and you sold it this year, the exact same home, how much did it change? Because that gets lost when we look at things like just median price or average price because there's so much variation between properties. And so they have their little fancy algorithm that will adjust for that. And again, like I said, they're saying 4.5%. Now, let's look at how we compare to the rest of the country. Now, when I say rest of the country, this is the top 100 markets by size in the country. And here we are, Albuquerque, 4.5%. The United States, 2.9, like I mentioned a moment ago. And then I did put in there the city's El Paso or the El Paso market because it's in our region, similar size, same basically as us, 2.8% increase. But Tucson, which is the other market that I kind of, again, put in our same region, same size, they had a decrease, about 3%. Now, if we look at the decreasers, a lot of them in Florida. Not a surprise. There's been a lot of that going on. Austin, again, not a surprise. That was the market that had the huge increase during the pandemic, and they definitely are seeing a correction from that. And then the big increases are East Coast, Rochester, Hartford, Connecticut, New York, basically New York, New Jersey area, New York City, New Jersey area, and more New Jersey, Illinois, it's a little Midwest there, New York again, South Carolina, Columbia. So it's if we look at it nationally, and let me pull up that map, you'll see this is by state, and the East and the Midwest, except for Vermont for some reason, I'm not sure, have seen decent appreciation over the last year. The markets and areas that have not seen so good are Florida, Texas is about flat, and then, well, really kind of all of our neighbors, Colorado, Arizona, Texas, not Utah quite as much. They're at 3%, but we're at 4.6 statewide. So it's interesting. Albuquerque is bucking the trends on home value and home price appreciation nationally as well as regionally. I get the question, and the question came up when I posted this earlier today, is are we just behind, and is it going to catch up to us eventually, and are we going to start seeing some price declines? Boy, that's a good question. And it's an important question. And of course, my crystal ball is kind of cloudy on that, but I think it's going to have a lot to do with what happens with mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are the key thing that I think is going to make or break our market. If we can't, break isn't the right word, cause an acceleration in our market. Let me put it that way. If we can get mortgage rates down closer to 6, right now we're at around 6.5 or so, we can get them down closer to 6. I think that'll help a lot of folks that are out there that do want to do a move, do want to do a purchase, that are on the sidelines right now just because there's some affordability challenge out there. So the mortgage rates can have such a huge impact on affordability, much more than even a 5% change in home values or home prices. So we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. I mean, it's steady out there. There's definitely buyers, there's definitely sellers, but it's steady. If you watch my monthly updates, I'll be going into that as well. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions about real estate in Albuquerque, reach out to us. We're the Venturi Group of Real Broker, 505-448-8888. Take care.